This week, the FTC goes at Microsoft again. We may have some Xbox exclusives coming to PS5 and more. So let's just go ahead, together, as a people of course, and check it out! And welcome to another sensational Sunday. I'm Mike and I'm back to talk about the gaming news. Just like the FTC, they're back on Microsoft's case again because of the layoffs we talked about last week. So if you missed that video, Microsoft laid off 1,900 employees out of a total of 22,000 from the gaming division, and they basically said it was due to overlapping roles. I talked about how they just acquired Activision Blizzard, so they probably had people that did very similar job functions in both companies, and they probably wanted to do cuts based on that. Well, the FTC is not happy about this, and they're asking for the Microsoft-Activision merger to be paused while they investigate potential antitrust issues. Basically, the FTC is claiming that them laying off Activision employees misrepresents what they stated in court, which was that Activision Blizzard would still operate as its own company. And by laying off people due to overlap would imply that they're not treating Activision Blizzard as its own separate company. Now, Microsoft responded to this by saying that these were roles that Activision was already planning on eliminating prior to the merger. As of now, nothing has happened to Microsoft and Activision as a result of this, but the FTC has been trying to block the merger for a while now. They lost the initial court hearing because they failed to prove that Microsoft buying Activision was harmful to consumers, and they've tried to appeal since then. So to me, it kind of feels like the FTC is still a little bit salty, and they're just looking for a way to break up the companies, and they're trying to use this as a reason to do so. And I'm not saying that layoffs are great, especially for the people who are affected by this, but this does feel like a bit of a reach for the FTC. Anyway, we'll see if anything comes of this in the future. But the future is definitely looking up for Nintendo, at least when it comes to the Switch. So I know everyone has been waiting on information about their next system, but the thing is, the Switch is still selling super well for how long it's been on the market. And trust me, I'm not saying that the Switch is old, but it just graduated with a bachelor's degree. Either way, Nintendo has announced that it is increasing its projected sales for the Switch from 15 million to 15.5 million due to the third quarter earnings being higher than they originally forecasted. So I'm sure that we all want to see Nintendo's next console, but with the Switch selling so well, I can see why Nintendo's still hanging on to it. In fact, the Switch could become the best-selling console of all time. So this GameSpot article pointed out that the Switch is currently sitting at 139.36 million consoles sold as of December 31st, putting it at number 3 behind the Nintendo DS and the PS2 respectively. So the DS sold 154 million in its lifetime and the PS2 sold 155 million. So if they sell that 15 million that they're forecasting, they'll probably pass the DS and be really close to the PS2. Plus, even if they release a new console this year, it's not like the Switch is just going to stop selling altogether. So it seems likely that next year the Switch will be the new best-selling console of all time. And the Switch could also be a great place to play some Xbox games. And so could the PS5. In fact, that's what we're going to talk about today in our final story. So there's been some rumors swirling around that Microsoft may be getting ready to bring some of their exclusives to other consoles. So I've been waiting to see what came of this before covering any of these rumors, but for about a month now, there have been rumors that Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves could be coming to the Switch and PS5. But recently, those rumors have kicked up even more, so that's why we're talking about it today. So the site Xbox Era is reporting that Microsoft may be bringing Starfield to the PS5 sometime after the release of the Shattered Space expansion, as well as the upcoming Indiana Jones game. It's also rumored that Gears of War could be headed to the PS5 as well. Now, of course, these are all rumors, nothing is set in stone, but Microsoft's gaming CEO Phil Spencer tweeted the following: "We're listening and we hear you. We've been planning a business update event next week where we look forward to sharing more details with you about our vision for the future of Xbox. Stay tuned." So yeah, basically he didn't debunk the rumors. He said, wait a few days, we're gonna have a business update. So I feel like we might hear something about this whole games coming to other consoles thing. Now the worry on a lot of Xbox gamers' minds are they gonna get rid of the Xbox? I've seen things about them going the way of Sega, and I don't think that's the case. I think they want the gaming division to be more profitable, and releasing the games later on other consoles wouldn't really hurt the Xbox experience. If you have an Xbox, you still get the games first, and then you have the option of Game Pass instead of spending the full price for the games. So personally, I feel like if this is true, the Xbox will be fine, and it'll give people on other consoles opportunities to play some of the games that they couldn't play otherwise. Also, Microsoft's whole strategy lately has been to get their games everywhere, which is why they've invested so much in cloud streaming. They want to get their apps on TV, streaming boxes, etc. So with their current strategy, this makes a lot more sense. Just like it makes sense for me to bring this video to a close. But let me know how you feel in the comments below about Microsoft potentially bringing exclusives to other consoles. Again, let me know down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to tell a friend, tell a coworker, like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification bell thingy, wherever it is. to get notified when I drop a video or a live stream. And I always do at least 2 things at the same time.